Hi, my name is Jesse at Trash Panda, and I currently make fully recycled discs. There has been an overwhelming response from the first recycled disc video, and tons of questions about the disc itself. In this video, I want to talk all about the disc and why I'm not selling it yet. So there's really 5 things we need to talk about: plastic, feel, flight pattern, weight, and the new mold. And if I'm being honest, the flight pattern and the weight are the real problems. First and foremost, this disc is made out of HDPE. HDPE is one of the most commonly produced plastics in the world, and it's well known as detergent bottles, trash cans, or even simply bottle caps. As far as my plans are concerned, I will be testing and prototyping the 7 most common plastics produced in the world. This plastic water bottle, which I found at a disc golf course, will take 450 years to decompose. So at Trash Panda, I'm interested in both the short and the long game, because these discs will be on Earth long after I'm gone. If I'm going to make discs out of recycled materials, I also want to make sure that they're recyclable. Many have asked if I'm interested in blending rubber or plastics or even throwing metal flakes in there. And as I do more R&D, I'm sure I'll have a more developed answer. But for now, no. Because like I said, I want them to be recycled and recyclable in order to grow the sport sustainably. Which leads directly into the next thing. I've said this to many friends, but it bears repeating here. I'm not in the business of making the best plastics in disc golf. If I was, I simply wouldn't use recycled materials. I'm in the business of growing the sport sustainably. Thus, I don't really get to choose how the disc feels. I can change small things in the mold and design, but the feel of the plastic itself is chosen by the over 380 million tons of plastic produced worldwide each year. The HDP in particular is pretty slick, and while that may not be ideal for many people as a putter, that's okay. It'll make the best putter for beginners, and it'll still have a killer premium plastic feel. There's also one more aspect of feel to be noted. Currently on the edge of the disc, you can see some wrinkles. I'm testing different variables to see if I can change this, but my hunch is that it's because of the amount of pressure I'm using since I'm hand making them, rather than a machine that has 30 tons of pressure. And honestly, I kinda like it. It makes every single disc unique and one of a kind. And it's analogous to the recycling process as a whole. It's not perfect, it's flawed, but we're doing what we can. Easily the most common question I've been asked is, how does the disc fly? And I've been a little hesitant to answer this question as I'm still prototyping the mold. The new design will almost guaranteed mean that the disc will fly differently. To answer the question though, currently it acts like an understable putter. Someone on Instagram actually compared it to an Ultra Star, and I think that's a perfect comparison. So if you're an ultimate player turned disc golfer, then maybe the prototype is the perfect disc for you. I'm hopeful that the next design will make the disc a tad more stable, but we'll talk about that in a second. If you've been following my journey for any time at all, then you know it's been full of mistakes and learning along the way. And here's yet another. The disc itself weighs right around 190 grams, which is way too heavy. Apparently, when you put a material type into SolidWorks and it tells you a weight, it's actually not that accurate. The disc in SolidWorks said it would be 174 grams, but it actually turned out to be 109% of that. The moral of the story, don't trust SolidWorks. Now, the most important part of all of this is what I'll be changing, and it's basically just the things I don't like about the disc. Firstly, the disc is like an EXO triple hard because I had to add material to get the disc to the right weight on SolidWorks, which ironically made it overweight. So I'll be thinning out the top of the disc itself, which will hopefully add more flexibility. Second, I'm not sure how I got this far off on the design, but I'll be adding more material on the rim because the rim came out super thin. Thirdly, I added this little slant on the bottom for extra weight because I thought you'd never notice with a typical fan grip for putting. That being said, I don't need the extra weight, and the rim depth is so thin when you end up doing a power grip, it's really easy to slip out of your hand. I can totally see how someone might look at the process and be dismayed by all the mistakes and the problems along the way, but to me, that's a part of the process. I was talking to my dad recently and reflecting on the process, and I realized I did it. I achieved my goal and I made a fully recycled disc. Does it have problems? Absolutely. Is it overweight? Sure. But now I'm not trying to make a recycled disc. Now I'm just perfecting one. At the end of the day, I hit my target and I'm absolutely stoked. Thank you so much to all of you who have been part of this journey with me, and I can't wait to get one of these in your hands. Please subscribe to support the channel, and we'll see you next time.